Hello and welcome to Jessie Bear Book Club vlog. This is going to be very different. I am about to sit down and watch The Great on Channel 4. I don't know if anybody in America will have heard of it. It's coming out. I don't know who made it. Maybe Channel 4 made it. It's got that guy who played Tony from Skins in it. All I've really seen are the trailers and it looks like Skins meets, I don't know, Rain. It looks very strange, but I'm going to watch it and give you guys my first impressions. I know very little about Catherine the Great, of who this show is meant to be based on, so let's see if it's any good. It probably won't be. It looks ridiculous. I'll clarify that statement slightly. I do know a little about Catherine the Great. You know, I know she ruled Russia. I think she was a Polish princess, or like some Eastern German princess from pretty much nowhere. I also know the rumour about her dying from having sex with a horse, and didn't she murder her own son? Okay, so we're only 10 minutes in, and so far the best thing about this is the fact it says an occasionally true story right at the beginning, which is a brilliant disclaimer. Really love that. Apart from that, this is a ridiculous show. So far we've had an archbishop finger an empress. That bit where he licks his fingers with, oh god, it's just gross. I did like the bear. Bear is pretty good. We'll see what happens next. Nicholas Hoult, who plays Peter III of Russia, is pretty damn funny, but Ellen Fanning just looks rather bemused by everything, and she's playing Catherine, so let's see if she gets any better. I am 15 minutes into this programme, and it may not be historically accurate, but it is extremely funny. That bit where they're having sex, and he keeps talking about ducks to his friend is just ridiculous, and then the bit where he introduces her to the corpse of his dead mother, and like, it's just so weird. And when he's trying to get rid of her, he's like, take her away and talk of hats. Like, I just love it. It's so funny. 20 minutes in and there has now been a threesome. I have changed my mind. It is not Skins meets Rain. It is more Marie Antoinette, the movie, meets Fanny Hill, that weird TV show from like 2002. This show is certainly very funny, but it is yet to develop a plot. I'm about halfway through, and unless a plot somehow develops, I'm not sure if it will keep my interest. It is certainly, though, very funny. So Catherine wishes to build a school to teach the women of Russia to read, and then Emperor Peter goes and burns down the school within the space of about 3 minutes, and there is a war Emperor Peter is fighting, but we don't know where the war is or who he's fighting. There's a lot of sex and a lot of very funny moments, but so far no plot, and we're 2/3 of the way through. I mean, they keep talking about this war, but there's no background. We don't even know who they're fighting, and it's so funny and fast-paced that I think they want you to forget there's meant to be story. And the character of Catherine is obviously meant to be very intelligent, but she also seems a little naive and almost too naive, so it doesn't really work that she's meant to be rather smart. I don't know. Maybe it will come together. The first episode of a show can sometimes be a bit strange before you know all the character developments. Have to wait and see. I also apologise if there is any purring in the background of this video, for I have a cat on my lap. So Peter and Catherine don't like each other. He is a buffoon and she is an aspiring intellectual who has all these modern ideas, and I suppose she's meant to be woke. And all Peter talks about is sex. But she doesn't really back up any of these claims for her ideas, so it's a bit just back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Merely a device for the show to be funny. So Catherine is deeply unhappy in Russia and decides she wants to go back to Vienna, and she decides to escape in a crate. But Peter finds out, and then he tries to drown her, which is just the strangest scene. I don't fathom why they made this. It's just odd. There's no really confrontation. He just like drowns her, and she's like fighting for her life out of this crate, and then it's just very strange. Good visual effects, I'll give it that. And then she's deeply upset. She's going to kill herself, but then her maid talks her into leading like a revolution against Peter and reminds her that if he dies without an heir, the throne will go to her, which I don't know is actually the case. I'm going to look that up. It's funny. So far the show has no plot whatsoever. I've watched all of it. I'll probably watch the second episode when it comes out because it is funny, and see if a plot develops. I mean, it could get better. It also could get worse. I am completely on the fence, but let me know if you have watched The Great and what you thought of it. I have to say, the costume and set design on this show is absolutely amazing. Everybody looks beautiful, you know, very Hollywood beautiful, you know, not history beautiful. But leave a comment and let me know if you enjoyed The Great or whether you didn't enjoy The Great. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will probably do a review of the second episode. Bye! I think the whole thing kind of has like an opt-out clause because it's like partially true. It says so on the cover. If you like this video, no, I can't.